Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Have we seen the top for Bitcoin? Well, XRP is rallying right now, at least as of the recording of this video. And BitLord here on Twitter is saying, I am shorting Bitcoin. Due to weekly MACD overload and Bollinger Band snap, this has the potential to go to zero quickly and fast. So he's talking about Bitcoin right now, and guys, I have Bitcoin on the weekly up here. You can see Bitcoin hasn't really been that exciting over the last few weeks. We have seen it basically top up here at about 61,700, 61,800, and we haven't really seen that much movement for Bitcoin since then. If I put it on the daily, you guys can see the daily activity. Not too much movement, although it is still looking bullish. I mean, it's going to look bullish until we really see a plummet to the downside. As soon as we start seeing lower lows, all right, and lower highs, this is when we're going to start to get a sense that Bitcoin has seen its top. And until we see that, we're really just not going to know. But BitLord feels like the writing is on the wall. I mean, XRP and other altcoins have been rallying significantly over the last little while. Of course, XRP, the most recent one to do so. So what are people's perceptions surrounding Bitcoin at this moment in time? Well, we are still seeing record trading in Korea. So I don't know if you guys remember the Kimchi Premium. Korean exchanges are trading Bitcoin at a premium, and this happened back in 2017 as well. Bitcoin is trading near $66,000 levels in South Korea as Kimchi Premium has returned. The Kimchi Premium is the spread between Bitcoin's price on South Korean crypto exchanges and Western exchanges. Bitcoin is currently trading at around 66.2 on Bithumb, according to TradingView. That is a whopping 15% or $9,000 higher than Bitcoin's price of around $57,000 on Coinbase. So the Kimchi Premium suggests rising demand for Bitcoin and Ether in South Korea as the cryptocurrency market continues to soar worldwide. While there is a Kimchi Premium, that doesn't mean one can buy Bitcoin or Ether at a lower price globally and sell it at a higher price in South Korea. That is because South Korean crypto exchanges don't accept foreign clients due to local regulations. And so this is why this kind of discrepancy tends to happen. You guys can see down here the Bitcoin Premium from that Korean cryptocurrency exchange compared to Coinbase. You can see Bitcoin down here trading at what we're all seeing as the price, yet that purple line up here denotes the Korean exchange price for Bitcoin. So there is still activity going on in South Korea, and Bitcoin clearly trading at all-time highs. We've also got this, guys, from Michael at Val5 Links. Pension funds and insurance firms alive to Bitcoin investment proposal. So you know when the pension firms get in on this, it has become mainstream. Life and annuity companies are increasingly dedicating part of their asset base to Bitcoin. While the top crypto has delivered the best returns over the past decade, the long talked about institutional herd seems to be finally making its way to the BTC market. During the bear market of 2018, Bitcoin developmental efforts from multiple stakeholders seemed to focus on improving Bitcoin's regulatory stance. These efforts saw the emergence of institutional grade custody platforms among other prerequisites needed for greater participation by regulated entities. Over the last year, publicly listed firms have begun to add Bitcoin to their balance sheets, citing fiat currency debasement concerns. So we also have a global pandemic, governments printing lots and lots and lots of fiat currency that has no intrinsic value. It is not tied to anything. So these pension funds are worried, and they are hedging their bets by buying Bitcoin. Significant cash influxes by major central banks to support stimulus packages enacted by governments to soften the economic blows struck by the beer flu pandemic has market commentators fearful of rising inflation. So basically exactly what I just mentioned. So some of the retirement funds here, KiwiSaver, a $350 million retirement plan operated by the New Zealand funds manager, recently allocated 5% of its assets into Bitcoin. At the time, James Greiger, chief investment officer at NZ Funds, remarked that Bitcoin similarities to gold make BTC an attractive asset for life and annuity firms. So they're just one. Of course, there are many others that are dabbling into Bitcoin as well. Guys, I will link this article in the description if you want to read further. We also have Brad Garlinghouse here talking about Bitcoin. So I guess I touched a nerve. Brad Garlinghouse retweeting out Frank Chaparro's tweet here. Seriously, very curious how many gallons of oil each Bitcoin transaction requires. Do any of you know? This was with regards to Brad Garlinghouse. I believe he was chatting with Julia Chatterley on CNN, and he was talking about how much Bitcoin burns. And I believe he said, what was it, 70 gallons? Was it something like that? I don't remember the exact figure, but if you guys do remember it, please do put it down in the comments section. Frank Chaparro, though, calling out Brad Garlinghouse here. And Frank Chaparro, he's the director of news for The Block, previously reported for the Business Insider, and clearly a Bitcoin proponent. Brad Garlinghouse, though, retorting, guess I did touch a nerve. My comment was about how many gallons of gas emit the same amount of CO2 as a Bitcoin transaction. Could have been more clear in the clip. First off, I'm definitely not saying to ban Bitcoin. What I am saying, however, is that we can collectively and should understand proof of work's carbon footprint. He goes on to say, citing the figures I used to get to this statistic, Cambridge BTC's index average March data, and then he spells it out. I'm not going to read all of this, but if you guys want to read this, it's 132.07 terawatt hours annualized divided by 365 equals blah, 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 right? He basically spells out the statistic here with March's average number of transactions per day, which is about 300, just over 301,000 Bitcoin transactions. You get 0.000001201 terawatt hours an average energy transaction. And he goes down here comparing the amount of energy used to burn 70. Right, it is 70 gallons of gasoline. Obviously, very, very similar. And again, guys, I will link this tweet in the description if you actually want to take a look at that mathematical calculation. We have the tools. So Brad Garlinghouse goes on. He says, we have the tools to make crypto 100% renewable and reach its full potential. Let's focus on the solutions to change the opinion of Janet Yellen, Bill Gates, and countless others who have pointed out concerns about energy usage instead of accusing me of FUD. The Bitcoin maxis still don't understand. Bitcoin is certainly not going to be used in the new financial system. There is a new financial system emerging, and Bitcoin might be part of it, but it certainly will not be the center of it. Again, full disclosure, I hold Bitcoin too. I like Bitcoin in a lot of ways. I like what it represents. I do not like that it burns so much energy, and therefore I do not think it is going to be good for payments either, for all the reasons that everybody else thinks. So there is going to be a new financial system. XRP clearly poised to be part of that new financial system, and Bitcoin maxis still not really understanding this. And I'm glad Brad Garlinghouse came out and actually gave the calculation here. I think it's great just to put some of these people in their place. I also found it somewhat curious that Brad Garlinghouse mentions Janet Yellen and Bill Gates and countless others. He's saying, let's put the focus on the solutions to change the opinions of Janet Yellen and Bill Gates. Well, we already know Bill Gates knows a lot about Ripple and XRP. I mean, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has already been running with RippleNet to help bank the unbanked in emerging economies. And I know some people would still think that it's up for debate. Is XRP going to run the world? Is it just that the 1% aren't talking about it to the masses because they want to keep the secret to themselves? Are they accumulating, or have they been accumulating XRP in and around the time the SEC lawsuit occurred? Of course, we got to go back to this. We got to remember this was panic selling. XRP did dip down to a low that we hadn't seen for a very, very long time in and around 17 cents. Or sorry, it was 19 cents. It did rebound back up, come back down, and this was the optimal time to accumulate XRP. I did personally get some at 21 cents. Of course, most of the market was super panicked. Everybody was focused on the other cryptocurrencies that were doing well, and nobody was paying attention to XRP. So some suggest perhaps a distraction strategy. And so I wanted to bring up some tweets that I noticed from DJ Peter Vass about a week ago now, and he brought up a few of these, okay? This is the WTI crude oil / XRP chart. Yes, there is such a thing. This is it on the minute, and basically what he was demonstrating is the price of WTI to XRP was going up. Okay, on the next one, he shows the Brent crude oil to XRP chart, and again, this is on the 1 minute. You can see that there was definitely some bullish momentum moving upward on that chart. And finally here, guys, the gold kilo to XRP chart on the 3 minute, and you can also see there bullish movement upward. So I looked at the ticker symbol up here, XAUXRPK. All right, and so XAUXRPK, gold kilo to XRP. There is certainly a chart that demonstrates what the price is of gold per kilo to XRP. Same thing with Brent crude oil, same thing with WTI crude oil. Now, why would TradingView have these types of commodities listed with an XRP pairing on TradingView if at some point in time these commodities were not going to be traded with XRP. I'm zooming out and looking at the bigger picture here. The fact that I'm not even looking at the prices. I don't care about what these prices are at this point. What I'm more interested in is the fact that there is WTI crude oil to XRP, there is Brent crude oil to XRP listed here, and there's also gold kilo to XRP listed here. Is this suggesting that in the emerging economy, we will be purchasing, or countries or businesses will be purchasing these commodities using XRP? Therefore, there is a need to have a gold kilo to XRP chart on TradingView to track the price. Is this more evidence to suggest that the world economy is going to be running on XRP? And does that mean that XRP trading at, what is it trading at right now at the time of the recording of this video, 70 cents give or take? Does that mean that XRP is still very undervalued as a cryptocurrency, considering there will be a higher demand for XRP? Companies and countries perhaps trading for WTI crude oil, Brent crude oil, and gold per kilo. I didn't do any more digging, guys, so I don't know what other commodities or precious metals are listed on TradingView as XRP pairs, but it is certainly something to think about, and I want to hear down in the comments what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.